What's up guys? Welcome to Nashty. It's about you and me. Today we're going to do an unboxing and a product review of a gadget, in particular a smartwatch. It's called the Huami AMAZFIT BIP smartwatch. So I'm gonna show you the packaging. It's this one. There. So let's do it. Okay guys, so as I've said, we're going to do an unboxing and a hands-on review of the AMAZFIT BIP smartwatch. So for the unit that I have, I ordered it from Shopee Philippines. I paid about 3,000 pesos. I think the price there ranges from 2,800 to 3,500 pesos depending on the store or the seller that you're going to get it from. Of course, it will be more expensive if you get it from authorized Xiaomi resellers. So how is Xiaomi related to this AMAZFIT? Because if you look at the box, it doesn't say like Xiaomi here, you know. So basically, AMAZFIT, it's manufactured by a company called Huami. Huami actually produces the Xiaomi Mi Band, if you're familiar with it. So in a way, they're like some sort of like sister companies. In fact, the AMAZFIT BIP uses the Mi Fit app as its accompanying software. So let's look at the box. On front, you just see their AMAZFIT. There's nothing else written on this cube box. At the back, there are some writings there. I think these are the specifications of the device. Most are in Chinese, but from what we can decipher, it says there the model name is A1608. The battery capacity is 200 milliamp hour. The phone requirements, it says here devices that support Bluetooth 4.0, and it will run on devices with Android 4.4, I think that's KitKat, and then iOS 9.0 or above. So it means that it's compatible with both Android smartphones and tablets and, you know, iOS devices including the iPhone and the iPad, as long as they support Bluetooth 4.0. Package contents, it says there the AMAZFIT BIP, the charging dock, and the user manual. It is also water and dust resistant at IP68. It says here it's manufactured by Huami Information Technology. So again, and then there's a website, www.mi.com. Again, Huami and Xiaomi are, you know, related companies. So here we have more details about the device. It says here AMAZFIT BIP. The color is onyx black, and its production date is August 2018, and it's made in China. So the AMAZFIT BIP actually also comes in, you know, other colors. I think there's this whitish grayish variant, and then there's like a reddish orange one, and there's a moss green version. So I think it comes in 4 colors. So let's continue with the unboxing. So again, I've been using this for 4 months already. So it's not technically unboxing for the first time, but I will unbox it again for you guys. So there. So again, this is not how it was arranged. So we have here the dock. This is the charging dock, and at the end we have like a USB cable there. It's not USB-C, it's the typical USB cable that we use. So put it here. The watch is actually here. See? You can actually see the display clearly. And then let's see what we have in here. So, oh, this one is just the cover sticker on the smartwatch, which I removed. And then we have here some instruction manual. So it says here that to charge your watch, just plug the charging cable into a USB power adapter or USB port and place the watch on top of the charging dock. And then you have to download the Mi Fit app, which is available on iOS and Android. So on the App Store and the Google Play Store. And then it like gives you instructions on how to connect your device, which is fairly easy. You just have to, you know, add device in the Mi Fit app using Bluetooth. And then the others are just like regulatory notice, technical specifications, safety notice, warranty and return policy. And then the rest are in Chinese and some other European language. So basically that's it. So we have the box, the watch, and the charging dock and the instruction manual. So let's take a closer look of the Huami AMAZFIT BIP smartwatch. Okay, so at first glance, it could probably remind you of the Apple Watch, or probably some would say it looks similar to the Pebble smartwatches. But of course, if you look closer, it's not really those two. It says here AMAZFIT, and if you look at the back, there's just some like small letterings there. It says here made in China and some like I don't know what codes there are. But anyway, the front part, the watch face itself, it's a 1.28 inch transflective display. It's of I think LCD variety, but you know, when the backlight turns off and it's shown against like a very bright light, for example the ring light, you see the display gets very clear. So under direct sunlight, you'll have no problem looking at the display of the AMAZFIT BIP smartwatch. What else? So if you look at the watch itself, it's made of plastic, while you know other smartwatches come in, you know, metal or ceramic. This one is just your plain old plastic, and then it has 20mm strap bands which are replaceable. So in case you think that you no longer want the plain black one, you can always replace it with, you know, a metal strap, a fabric strap, a leather strap, you know, or you know, you can choose the color that you want, and it's, you know, easily replaceable. So at the back is the heart rate sensor, and then these two circular metallic, I don't know what they're called, but they're like pins. They're for the charging cradle. And then we just have one button on the right which you use to turn on the backlight of the smartwatch. So there you have it. Other interesting things about this one is it has a layer of, you know, curved Gorilla Glass on top of it. So even if you don't put like a screen protector or, you know, some other protection like a bumper case, it'll be just fine. Because mine, I didn't use any. It's still looking fine aside from the, you know, the smudges from my fingerprints. So among its other features are that obviously it's, you know, very lightweight, it's water resistant, it has GPS. So basically everything that you need in a smartwatch, just, you know, the basic things that you need, the AMAZFIT BIP has it. And since it's made of, you know, plastic, it doesn't get easily dented or scratched, you know, compared to like metal smartwatches. Like you can just accidentally scratch it on the side, on the metal part, and there's not much you can do about it. And then if you bump it into like a corner or something, it would get dented. But this one, since it's plastic, it's much more, how do I put it, resilient, much more durable, in my opinion. Okay, so let's take a closer look of its interface. So if you turn it on, you'll see the date, the day, the distance traveled or walked, the number of steps taken, the calories burned, your heart rate, you have the battery life, you have the weather and the temperature. So again, the things that are featured here can vary depending on the watch face that you choose. Okay, so let's see. If I scroll to the left, I would see like the other like icons. So we have your status, activity, weather, Alipay, alarm, timer, compass, settings, and that's it. So to go back, you just scroll back there. You just scroll to the right. If you scroll up, you would see like your notifications. In my case, I don't have notifications at the moment because I just actually deleted them. But if you do, it would appear here, like for example Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, basically even like text messages or calls, you'll get them here. If you scroll down, you'd see like the status of your watch's connection with your phone, which says here connected, your battery life, and then the smart do not disturb mode. It also says here that my smart do not disturb mode is on. So if you click on it, you can actually turn it off. So what it means is that if it's turned off, so all the notifications would come in even if you're asleep. So it's better to click on it and set it to auto mode so that, you know, once the watch detects that you're sleeping, it will automatically turn on the do not disturb mode. So there. So let's take a look. Status. So basically it just shows you there the number of steps, the heart rate, the calories burned, so basically those metrics. So to go back, you just swipe to the right. So activity. So there are different like activities that you can like monitor. So walking, cycling. But again, it's not as much as you could in other smartwatches. So that's a limitation. And then we have the weather. So you'd see like the weather like even for the week ahead, including the highs and lows. So there, you just always swipe right to go back to the previous menu. Then Alipay, of course, I don't know if we use it here in the Philippines, but obviously I don't, so I never bothered clicking on it. Then alarm, this is if you want to set an alarm. So it says here that there are no alarms. You have to open the Mi Fit app to set alarms. Basically, once it alarms, it would vibrate on your wrist. So there's no sound because the AMAZFIT BIP does not have speakers. And then we have the timer. If you want to do some, you know, like stopwatch or countdown, we have both there. And then there's the compass for GPS. And then the settings. Here in the settings, you can actually change the watch face to something that you like. There are actually default watch faces. So I prefer this one. This one is not a default watch face. This one actually came from a third-party website because, as you may know, Xiaomi has a very large support community. So these people develop like apps and, you know, watch faces for different Xiaomi and Xiaomi related products. So there. What else can we find in the settings? So long button press. So if you check something on there, if you press this one longer or for for a few seconds, then it would activate any of these activities. What else? You can also adjust brightness. Sorry, let's check the brightness here. Just again, like, it's so dark I can't see a thing, so let's put it at max brightness so that we can see. What else? And there is about find device. What happens with this one is that when you click on it, it would search for your paired smartphone, and that smartphone will vibrate. And then there's about, so what's your current firmware version and Bluetooth address. And then there's turn off and factory reset if you want to reset your smartwatch. So basically that's it. In terms of functionality, it's quite limited compared to other smartwatches. But again, we have to look at its price. And at this price range, there's literally no competitor that can offer the same, number of features that the AMAZFIT BIP has. So what are the things that I like about this AMAZFIT BIP smartwatch? The first of which is the display. As you can see, it just has an LCD screen, but it's transflective. So under direct sunlight, you can actually see its content, unlike in other smartwatches that you have to crank up the brightness to the highest setting so that you'd be able to see them under strong light or direct sunlight. Here you don't need it. If it's dark, you can just always turn on the LCD. So that's one. Number two, I think it's very durable and stylish at the same time. I've been using this for 4 months already, and it doesn't have any like major scratch or dents. Like if you compare it to the more expensive smartwatches, they easily get dented or scratched because, of course, most of them are not made of plastic. They're made of metal, and if it brushes against another hard object, then you get those really deep scratches and dents, which are very unsightly. It's also dust and water resistant, so you can use this under the rain. You can like wash your hands with it. I don't really suggest that you wear it while showering or taking a bath, but I believe it could withstand that. If you're just working out in the gym and sweating, it can withstand that one. Just don't go swimming with it, and especially don't use it in salt water. So yeah. Another thing that I like about this one is that you can easily like customize it. By customize, I mean like it's outside appearance. You can just easily like buy like bumper cases. You can change the 20mm strap bands. You can like change the color, add like a leather strap, like a fabric strap. Like you can actually customize it to match your outfit or your mood for the day. So that's very much possible with the AMAZFIT BIP smartwatch. In terms of monitoring activities, at least the basics, I think the AMAZFIT BIP gets it right. Like, it monitors your sleeping patterns, the steps that you take, your heart rate. So those that really matter, it can do it. So even if its smartwatch functions are very basic, the AMAZFIT BIP can actually deliver on that aspect. Last but not the least would be the battery life. Huami promises a 30-day battery life for the BIP. It's actually true. Like my shortest battery life since I've had this watch was like 20 days. That's more than 3 weeks, and the longest was more than 30 days. So it lives up to its promise of 30-day battery life, which is a big thing, guys, because you know, nowadays your smartphones, you need to charge them every night, and you don't want to add another device or gadget to charge with it. So you know, one less gadget to worry about at night. So it's good that it lasts for 30 days, at least 30 days. You know, competing smartwatches like the Apple Watch, you'd be lucky if it would last you for 2 days. For the Samsung Galaxy smartwatches, the Gear smartwatches, you're lucky if it lasts you for more than 3 days. And then same with the Android Wear smartwatches, the Wear OS smartwatches, very similar to Apple's battery life. So 2 days tops. And then there are other smart bands which don't have a screen as big as this one, but they only last you for like a week or like 15 days max. So considering that this is a smartwatch, although you know, somewhat limited in terms of capability, it can easily outlast all its competitors. So I think if you want to buy this watch, you'll buy this for the battery life more than anything. So I already told you guys the things that I like about this smartwatch. So what are the things that I don't like about the AMAZFIT BIP? Number one would be the resolution, the screen resolution. As you can see, while it's very legible against bright light or even under direct sunlight, if you look closer, the resolution is not that ideal. The pixel density is quite low, so if you choose like a different watch face, like a picture of something, you would see the pixelation. So that's one thing that I don't like about it. But then again, given its price, I can't really complain much. Number two, which I think is a more reasonable complaint, the way it tracks things. For example, calorie count. Normally, the number of calories that I burn on treadmill is much higher than what this watch displays. Like for example, if I've already burned 300 calories, this one will just display 100 or so. So you know, there's a really big discrepancy. Also, when you're exercising, you know, and looking at like the repetitions, when you look at the readings there, you're probably done with the 15 reps, and this watch would just show you like 8 or so. So again, there's a disparity there. Another thing that I don't like about this smartwatch is, you know, its limited smartwatch capability. So you can't really play music on it because obviously it doesn't have a speaker. In line with that, it doesn't also have like an internal storage for you to install additional applications, or you know, even install games or like maps or anything, because it doesn't have extra storage. Moreover, when you get notifications, they are not actionable. So you can just see them there, you can just like read through them, but you cannot like, you know, answer a call through your smartwatch. You can actually reject, but you cannot really like answer through it. You cannot like reply through it. So that's a limitation. Another thing that I don't like about the AMAZFIT BIP is that I don't know if it's just me, because when I wear it, obviously I wear it like all day, every day. I just remove it when I go to the shower. I would get like red spots on my wrist. I don't know if it's because the wristband is quite tight, or my skin is just overly sensitive. But again, it's there, or it's probably just me. One more thing that I don't like about the AMAZFIT BIP smartwatch is that if you want to customize it, most of the accessories that it has are only available in China. So you know, you would have to like import them if you want to change like the strap, or if you want to add like a bumper or a case, you know, so you'd have to pay for shipping fees and all that. So yeah, that's another downside. Other than those, I think this is a good smartwatch, although again with limited capabilities, but for its price, it offers really a lot of bang for your buck. So which brands are, you know, can be considered competitors to the AMAZFIT BIP? To be honest, at the moment, I really can't think of anything that would compete with it. Probably in its price range, there are a lot of, you know, smart bands, not smart watches per se. But the thing is, you know, most smart bands have more limited functionality, and they don't have like a screen as large as this one. Again, this is a very cheap smartwatch. It's like what, $60 to $70 in US dollars, so 3,000 pesos. So it's very cheap. So at the moment, I really couldn't think of anything. So as I've said, if you're in the market for an affordable smartwatch and you don't have the budget to afford like the Apple Watch or the Android powered smartwatches, or even, you know, the Tizen powered Samsung smartwatches, then I think that the AMAZFIT BIP should be at the top of your shopping list. So in conclusion, I think the AMAZFIT BIP is really an exceptional, you know, smart device. While it doesn't have all the features of a full-blown smartwatch, it does cover the basics. It, you know, has most of the things you need in a smart band or a smart watch, with its very affordable price and unbeatable battery life. There's no competition when it comes to this smartwatch in its price range. So I'd easily give this smartwatch a 4 out of 5 rating. And I recommend that if you're in the market for a smartwatch, consider the Huami AMAZFIT BIP smartwatch. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching today's product review. Please let me know in the comment section if you want me to review more products in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like watching this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. Only here from the channel that needs more followers and subscribers. Take 2. Only here from the channel where everything's nice. I'm Nashti. Till then.